Hey everybody, Homesize Henry here, and welcome to a brand new cup in the world of Pokemon Go, the Evolution Cup. This cup is a 1500 CP and under cup, and only Pokemon that have evolved at least once and can evolve again will be eligible. I did some practice battles with members of my Discord, testing out various Pokemon and teams, and discovered that the Vigoroth Hakamo-o core looks insanely strong for the Evolution Cup, with the only core breaker in the one shield being Golbat. So without further ado, let's up into the matches and check out this core in action in the Evolution Cup. Hopping into the first match, sending Vigoroth into the mirror. This is going to be an extremely common mirror match, as Vigoroth is far and away one of the strongest Pokemon in this cup. I'm going to fire off the Body Slam, I'm able to grab an early shield. I'm going to continue to farm up, go for the catch onto Golbat. My opponent stays in, and they're going to fire off a Body Slam to get some chip damage. Body Slam is going to do a lot to my Shadow Golbat. They're staying in, and they go for a catch onto their own Golbat, but I'm able to hold on to my energy, reach for the Shadow Ball, and land the Shadow Ball onto my opponent. My opponent continues to farm up. If this is a Poison Fang, I'm hoping that I'm going to be able to survive it. It is the Poison Fang. My Golbat is barely able to hang on and reach a Poison Fang of my own. Let's go. That takes out my opponent's Golbat, and I have switch advantage and shield advantage, but my opponent's Vigoroth is absolutely loaded. They bring it in, and they farm down. They are going to be able to reach at least 2 moves versus my Hakamo-o. I bring in the Hakamo-o to absorb the first move. Body Slam does some solid damage. In the back, they have Dragonair, and these Dragon Breaths are adding up quite a bit. I'm going to fire off the Dragon Claw. This should be getting the final shield. I throw one more Dragon Tail, and that should put it into Body Slam range for Vigoroth. Vigoroth, Body Slam, taking out the Dragonair. I'm able to counter down their Vigoroth, and that is a good game. Hopping into the next match, picking up a bit of a tough lead, Vigoroth into Golbat. I'm going to be staying in this lead to start, because Body Slam is going to be doing a lot of neutral damage in this matchup. Body Slam is able to land, Golbat is going to fire back with the Poison Fang. I'm going to be able to tank this relatively comfortably, so I'm going to let that go, and I'm going to try and go for a catch. So I farm up, switch, and I'm able to catch the Poison Fang onto my Shadow Golbat. That is quite nice. That's not going to be doing a whole lot. My opponent responds with a Seadra, which is a very cool pick. I farm up to the Shadow Ball, baiting with a Poison Fang, hoping to get the shield, and I do. That's huge. Golbat able to reach another Poison Fang. They are debuffed, so this is going to hurt if it lands, nearly taking out the Seadra. Seadra does leave with a move. I'm going to bring in Vigoroth and shield once so I can commit to the farm down here. This way, I do leave with energy to threaten the Golbat. Back in comes the Golbat. My Vigoroth has energy. This Body Slam is going to hurt. Gets them low. I snipe with the Hakamo-o. And in the back, they have Charm Brionne. And that is a little unfortunate, but the nice thing is that Brionne is not actually a fairy type. It is only a water type, meaning that Brick Break threatens them enough to grab a shield, and then Body Slam is going to get the KO, because Brionne, while it's a Charmer, is not very tanky, and that is a good game. Hopping into the next match, leading Vigoroth into Marshtomp. Pretty neutral lead, so I'm going to stay in here, farm up some energy, and then save switch into my Shadow Golbat to check and see if they have an Ice type in the back. They're going to stay in, fire off a Surf, that does quite a lot of damage, and then they're going to bring in Dusclops. Dusclops is very, very tanky, so this is a bit of a tricky matchup. I'm going to shield the Shadow Punch, build up to the Shadow Ball, and then go for the Poison Fang bait, hoping to try and get the shield back. Poison Fang does get the shield. That is big. I continue to farm up. My opponent fires off a move just before I'm able to get to the Shadow Ball, and I'm going to let this go. At this point, Golbat has done its job, and now I can bring in Vigoroth. Vigoroth is going to fire off the Bulldoze. Bulldoze, not the strongest move ever, but Dusclops is debuffed, so I'm able to deal a nice amount of damage. They're going to fire off a move. It should only be the Ice Punch, and Ice Punch doesn't do a whole lot to Vigoroth. I continue to farm up. They're going to fire off another move. I'm going to let this go, and I have quite a bit of energy on the Vigoroth. Opponent gives up switch. They bring in Marshtomp. I overfarm a bit too much, and I lose CMP. A definite misplay by me. That's going to force me to commit a shield, and I'm going to fire back with the Body Slam. Body Slam will do some nice damage if it lands, which it does, and I should be able to get the counter down with Vigoroth and leave with a ton of energy. I'm down a shield, but my Vigoroth is absolutely loaded. In the back, they have Dragonair. If this is shielded, I need to immediately switch. Body Slam gets the shield, immediate switch into Hakamo-o. My opponent is going to fire off a move, but Body Slam is not enough to KO here. I just have to watch for the catch. they're not able to catch. This Dragon Claw will take out their Dragonair, and all they have left in the back is the 1 HP Dusclops, and we clutch a very close win. Awkward lead in the next match, Vigoroth into Haunter. Both of us heavily resist each other's fast moves, so this is a matchup determined by who's able to land the nuke. I let the first move through, they're running Sludge Bomb instead of Ice Punch, that gets me incredibly low. They save switch into Vigoroth, and I'm gonna fire off the Body Slam to get some chip damage, and then bring in my Shadow Golbat. They're going to fire off a Body Slam. Body Slam is going to do a lot of damage here, but I will be able to tank it. So I let it through. Here, I should have fired off the Poison Fang right away. There's no point in over-farming because the Shadow Ball does not threaten them in any meaningful way. And as you're going to see, I over-farmed, and throwing that Poison Fang and debuffing them a bit earlier would have meant that I wouldn't have had to take that second Body Slam. So a definite misplay on my part, as what should have been a win now becomes a simultaneous KO. I bring in Hakamo-o, and I am met with an Alolan Graveler. This is a great spot to be in as the Hakamo-o. I fire off the Brick Break. Brick Break is able to get the shield. I farm up, switch, and I'm able to catch onto Vigoroth. That's huge. Things honestly looking incredibly good. Back in comes Hakamo-o. They're going to fire off a move. I will commit the shield, as Stone Edge would do quite a lot of damage. In comes the Haunter. I'm going to be firing off the Dragon Claw. Dragon Claw will be getting the shield. Haunter has to shield everything in this moment. These Dragon Tails are absolutely tearing through Haunter. I believe I should be able to farm down here and then leave with a move to take out the Graveler. But my counts are off. They reach a last-second Shadow Punch. Shadow Punch takes out my Hakamo-o, and we lose a heartbreaking game. Hopping into the next match, leading into another Vigoroth mirror. Like last time, I'm going to stay in here and play it out to start. If they let the first Body Slam through, I can typically shield once and counter all the way down, but if they commit the shield, then I will try and catch a Body Slam onto my Golbat. They're going to fire off a move, I can shield once, the next counter is going to be enough to KO, and I'm able to win lead and leave with energy. In comes Marshtomp, I farm up, go for the Body Slam, turns out Vigoroth loses CMP to Marshtomp. That is not something I was aware of, so hey, definitely a learning moment in this battle, as I would have thrown on 4 if I realized that I lost CMP. I fire off the Body Slam, I'm able to grab the final shield, which is very nice, and I'm just going to stay in here and keep spamming off Body Slams, because they're going to have to throw a move to take me out. They keep farming up, and they allow me to reach another Body Slam. That is incredible. This is going to get the Marshtomp very low. Marshtomp forced to fire off a move, and now I have a full health Golbat and Hakamo-o versus whatever they have in the back. I bring in the Golbat so I can debuff whatever they have back there. Opponent has a Magneton, and that's a little scary. I farm up, switch, and catch the discharge onto Hakamo-o where it's going to be resisted. Let's go. That's huge. They're going to be able to reach the Magnet Bomb before I make it to my Brick Break, but Magnet Bomb is not enough to KO. Hakamo-o has some incredible bulk, able to tank it and fire back with the Brick Break. Brick Break is going to do massive damage, taking out the Magneton, and that is a good game. Hopping into the next match, leading Vigoroth into Bayleaf. I have 2 better answers in the back, so I'm going to bank a Body Slam for later and then save switch into Golbat. And my opponent responds with Brionne, so they have no answer to a Shadow Golbat, and I am in an incredibly good position. They shield up the Poison Fang, trying to preserve HP, but Charmbrionne charges quite slowly. I'm able to reach a second Poison Fang. That's going to get Brionne quite low. I can very safely shield once, Wing Attack down, and then I'm going to have switch advantage, so I can align their Grass type against my Dragon in the back. Down goes Brionne. Opponent brings back in Bayleaf, and oh my goodness, Bayleaf is not going to appreciate this Poison Fang. Opponent burns the final shield. These wing attacks absolutely tearing through Bayleaf. At this point, I'm just going to let it get taken out by the Ancient Power. Bayleaf actually goes for the Grass Knot here. I survive on 1 HP. I had the Poison Fang and just didn't click it, because honestly, I thought I was KO'd there. In the back, they have Vigoroth, and this game is over. I'm going to fire off the Brick Break. That's going to deal a nice amount of damage, and then I can combo play with the Body Slam from earlier in the match. This Body Slam is going to take out their Vigoroth. Back in comes the Bayleaf. Bayleaf not going to be able to farm down. Vigoroth, Body Slam, taking out the Bayleaf, and that is a good game. Hopping into the next match, leading Vigoroth into yet another Golbat lead. As I mentioned at the start, this is a bit of a core breaker, so it is definitely a team effort to get rid of a Golbat from the opponent. They're going to fire off the Poison Fang right away. I'm going to tank it, and get some chip damage with the Body Slam. Previously, I stayed in and tried to catch a Poison Fang, but this time I decided to try something different, and I just immediate switch into my own bat. They continue to farm up, and I believe this is enough for the Shadow Ball, so I am going to be committing to shield. Opponent baits me with a Poison Fang, and then brings in Fracture. What an incredibly cool pick. I fire off the Poison Fang. Fracture hits hard, but it is so glassy. This Poison Fang has to be shielded, or Fracture will be taken out. Fracture looking for the farm down, and they just get it as I die with the move. Fracture does leave with energy. I'm going to bring in Vigoroth, basically just to soak this energy and commit to the counter farm down, and I will get a little bit of energy here to make it so that the Golbat is going to have to throw a move. Golbat is going to fire off their energy. I'm just going to trust in Hakamo-o to win me this game. In comes Hakamo-o. In the back, they have Vigoroth. This is a matchup that Hakamo-o does win in the one shield, so I should hopefully be in an okay spot here. I fire off the Brick Break. Brick Break gets the shield. I'm going to have to tank a Body Slam, so I'm just going to let the first one through. They do go for the Body Slam. That does quite a lot of damage. They're going to fire off Body Slam number 2 in order to force me to commit my final shield. One more Dragon Tail, and I'm able to get to the Brick Break. This is going to be getting that Vigoroth very low. Vigoroth barely able to hang on, and I get the farm down. Back in comes Golbat. It's a simultaneous KO, and that is a good game. Hopping into the final match, leading into yet another Vigoroth mirror. Same game plan as always. I'm going to stay in here to start. Opponent makes a beautiful catch as they catch the Body Slam onto my Magneton. One beautiful catch deserves another, so I'm going to stay in here, throw 5 counters, switch, and then catch the energy they aimed at Vigoroth onto my Hakamo-o. And even better, they went for a discharge in a neutral situation instead of the Magnet Bomb, so that is going to be resisted on my Hakamo-o. In the back, they have a Alolan Graveler, and this is not a comfortable spot to be if you're a Alolan Graveler. I fire off the Brick Break. That is able to grab a shield. I continue to farm up. They're going to fire off a move, but I'm perfectly fine with shielding here. They're not outputting a lot of fast move pressure in this matchup. I'm just going to continue to farm up, and I'm at the back-to-back Brick Breaks, firing off the first one onto the Graveler. Graveler lets it go. They are going to be trusting in that Vigoroth. Vigoroth does have energy from earlier. I fire off the Brick Break. Brick Break gets the shield. Hakamo trying to get to a move. I'm not able to get there. I bring in Vigoroth. Honestly, I forgot I had a Body Slam stored there. I could have just clicked it right away. But either way, I should be in a good spot because I am not in Body Slam range quite yet. So I'm able to tank the move, take them out with my Body Slam, and that is a good game. All in all, I hope you guys enjoyed this early look at the Evolution Cup meta. The Hakamo-o Vigoroth core looks extremely strong in this limited meta and should hopefully help you be able to get some nice wins while the cup is here. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. If you're enjoying the content, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. And a special thank you, as always, to our members here on YouTube. The support you guys provide is absolutely incredible, so thank you guys oh so very much. And until next time, I've been Home Slice Henry.